Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. All right. Yes, so we just got live, so we'll wait for a few people. In meantime, yep, I think this would be last session of the year for Ask Aussies. We are approaching holiday season, so uh, we'd be having much deserved break, everyone. But lots and lots of changes every day, or other some things happening. So lots of things to talk about. People would have a lot of questions. Start posting the questions on the Facebook comment group, and I'll answer as many as I can. If I cannot, then we'll reach out in the comment section and try and answer as many as questions as you guys might have. While we are waiting for people to join and start asking the questions, we'll give few of the updates, what's happening, what's new, and what to look forward in this holiday season, basically. So uh, right now, yeah, the biggest news, what came and what people are talking about over last uh, 12 13 days since subclass 482 visa, which was TSS, temporary skill shortage visa, changed to SID, skills in demand visa. The occupation list is changed, quite a few new occupations in it, and quite a few old occupations which were, to our surprise, has been removed as well. One of the biggest example is cafe and restaurant manager, which is was the occupation where we have seen a lot of people working, but it's no longer in skill in demand visa list. So basically you cannot apply 482 or 186 visa being a cafe or restaurant manager. And one of the biggest surprises, or again good pathway, which was not there before, is childcare workers. Now childcare workers were on ROL list earlier, so they can only do 494, which is regional employer sponsor visas. But now it has been added to CSOL list, which means childcare workers with just 1 year of work experience can get 482 visa, so can be eligible to apply for 482 visa and pathway towards permanent residency through 186 as well. So anyone who's working as a childcare worker out there, educator, room leader, things like that, they can be eligible for 482 visa. So if your visa is running out and your employer is looking to sponsor, you can certainly get in touch with us. Apart from that, now this 485, the graduate visa, which changes came, a lot of people have questions in there as well. Where graduate certificates, if you have completed graduate certificate and considering you are meeting other criterias for 485, the graduate visa, you cannot still use that qualification uh, to basically get the 485 visa, the graduate visa. The graduate diploma can only be used after, if it's achieved after the bachelor's level qualification, and then if you have done graduate diploma, you can still use so to get 485 visa. So those were one of the two biggest things happening in last 2 weeks. Apart from that, WA did a really big invitation round last week. Quite a few invites were been issued. Points, however, the cutoff went high in schedule 2 a bit than what was happened round before that. So certainly there are a lot more people moving to WA, and certainly a lot more competition in WA as well. However, there's no official announcement or anything on quota has been finished, because a couple of my clients called me after seeing this large number of invites that um, they WA ran out of the quota and there's no more, but there's nothing such like thing like that officially announced by WA. So whatever you are trying to get, or whatever points you are increasing and trying to get your invite, either you are in WA or trying to move to WA, just keep on working on that. Don't stop your plans just because someone said that yes, your uh, visa, like WS ran out of the quota, so there's no point trying to move there or anything like that. It's not the case. Anyone has any sort of questions, please feel free to ask so I can have a look. I'm still looking at the comment section, so if anyone has some questions, please start asking. Apart from that, um, or if you want to talk me if you want me to talk about something in particular, please let me know in comments so I can start talking on that as well. um, what else? The new updates wise, yes, again, esqua also started skills assessment for the early childhood teachers. So again, 7th of December onwards, early childhood teacher is no longer, the skills assessment is no longer with AITSL, and it has moved to esqua, and esqua has bit um, lesser requirement as per se than AITSL. Earlier with AITSL, the requirements were that you either need to have 4 years of Australia, UK, US, or Canada qualification in higher education, bachelor or higher level degree, or else you have to have IELTS academic 8877 band, speaking, listening 88, reading, writing 77 bands to get the skills assessment as an early childhood teacher. But now, since it has moved to esqua, the only requirement with esqua is either you need to have a graduate diploma in early childhood teaching or an NQF level equivalent qualification and anywhere in the world. But if you have 1 year of qualification in Australia, then that IELTS requirement is removed. But if not, then you still need IELTS academic 8877. We have started getting few comments. Agam is asking, medical laboratory technician living in regional Victoria with 75 points, waiting for 190. Any chances? Agam, medical laboratory technician, to be honest, you have a good chance. I'm not sure since how long have you been waiting for the invite under that occupation, how long ago you applied for ROI, but you do have certainly good chance with 75 points. Again, please let me know about your employment status. Are you working as a medical laboratory technician or any skill level position, and what is your points breakdown? According to that I can advise, but certainly you do have a good chance. Try and increase your points a bit, and if you're not working in any skilled job, then try and find skilled job as well, which will increase your chances to further. But without that also you have a good chance. JV is asking, I've got Victoria 491 after submitting the documents. After that, they have asked to submit more required documents. I have submitted. After that, I didn't get any reply. JV, I'm not sure what sort of documents they did ask, but in my opinion, or what I have seen last couple of months, let's say a month or month and a half, is Victoria is in fact requesting more documents in one or every case, and especially they are asking 6 months of bank statement to show their requirement is not that you have to be continuously living in Victoria for 6 months or something to apply, but however they are still asking for 6 months of bank statements and further request. But I have seen once further request in my last three application, we got further request, we provided the documents and we did get the outcome very next day. So yeah, I'm not sure how long ago you got the request, and did you provide all the required documents or not, but have a look at it. Usually it's very quick once you provide requested documents. Nala is asking, grace period of 28 days after current visa expiry, is it still available? Nala, I'm not sure what sort of grace period you are asking about, and it doesn't apply to every visa. Uh, the only grace period which applies is if you are on a student visa and you are going on another student visa once in lifetime, you can utilize that 28 days grace period, and then you can lodge another student visa. It usually doesn't work in every visa case, so please try and be a bit more specific and I can answer. Naveen is asking, is there a chance of another 189 invite round in January? Naveen, again, nobody can be certainly 100% sure about this fact. However, looking at the pattern, what has been happening in last few months, in my personal opinion, yes, there should be one more round of 189 in January. I could be wrong as well, but there's no official announcement from the Department of Home Affairs. uh, Justina is asking, with 491 new requirements, can we move to the regional after our visa is approved, or we should before? I'm newly graduated RN, but about 35 years old. I'm located in Melbourne. Current student visa is expiring in April 2025. I'm still waiting for the skills assessment. Justina, Jacinta, the 491 requirements under the graduate stream in Victoria is, yes, certainly you can be, if you are recent graduate holding a student visa or 485 visa, you can be in a metropolitan area and apply for ROI for 491, and you have still chances of getting invited. But considering your current situation, because your age is more than 35 and you don't have much time to try and get invite, I would still suggest, if you can find a job as an RN, if you have after registration, and if you can find a job as an RN in regional Victoria, you do have a better chances of getting 491 than just by living in Victoria and applying with $0 income. So yes, you have a good chance, but it can take time as well. So if you can find a job and move in regional Victoria and try and apply 491, in your case would be better solution. Agam is saying, yes, 3 years working in field, the medical laboratory technician. Yes, Agam, if that's the case, then yes, you do have a good chance. Just try and um, increase the points if you haven't done so, or if you are with partner, then make sure your partner is skilled or get the skills assessment and English language test, because we have seen over last few months that Victoria certainly likes applicants with partner, skilled partner. 10 points, they get priority over single or applicants without partner points. So try and do that and you still have good chance. Sanket is asking, Canberra metrics points will be going down for civil engineer. Sanket, last month, or not last month, if I'm not wrong, couple of weeks ago, ACT government did send an email where they have mentioned that whatever quota they have got, they have been using it wisely, but coming rounds could be bigger because they have got quite a few seats left for this financial year. So if the round gets bigger, then points will automatically come down for all the occupations. So yeah, hopefully it should, same as for the civil engineer as well. So try and increase your points. Next invite would be before February, I think 8th or 14th. That's what the date ACT government has published. So try and be at your maximum points before that date, because that round could be bigger and it could uh, lead the points to come down. Himanshu Yadav's asking, any chance of Carpenter 65 points my own? Should I go 190 or 491, living in CBD and working in nominated occupation, Victoria graduate? Himanshu, if you have 65 points on your own and working in your nominated occupation as a carpenter, I would say certainly wait for either 189 or 190, uh, considering how long of a visa you got. But if you have enough time, let's say 4, 5, 6 months, you should not be that much of worried about, because again, Victoria is also prioritizing construction related work occupations. Plus, well, 189 rounds also, we have seen last few carpenters are getting invited at 65 points. So you do have a good chance with 189 and 190 both. Naveen is asking, what taxation accountant with 80 points? Naveen, with 80 points, taxation accountant, I would say try and increase your points, because with accounting related occupation, we have seen points are quite high. So I would still say try and increase your points. With 80 points is not something really good chance you have. Sony Napit is asking about accountant living in WA with 80 points for 190 visa expires in July 25. So what are the alternative for me? Can you please guide me? Napit, um, depends again. First of all, are you graduate of WA, then it makes a different, or if you are applying under schedule 2, then it's a different scenario. But in terms of finding alternative, if you are not getting invited and you are on a 485 visa, usually you have to look for an employer sponsor visa option. If you are working in nominated occupation, you can explore employer sponsor visa options. uh, Mayuri is asking, is there any chance of 189 round working as a painter in SA? I have total 75 points. Mayuri, same thing I just mentioned. A few minutes ago. In my opinion, yes, there should be a round, but let's see how it goes. I could be wrong as well. 75 points. Do you have 75 points including state, or 75 points on your own? If you have on your own and 189 round happens, then yes, you do have a good chance, because again, we have seen construction related occupations are getting invited around 65 points for 189. JV Suresh is asking, I have submitted bank statements, payslip, everything, after no reply. It's been 1 month. Then yeah, JV, if it's been 1 month, I should, like, you should receive an outcome pretty soon, because again, in my opinion, I haven't seen that much of delay, but every case is unique. So just, if you have done your part, just sit tight and wait. That's what you can do, because the Victoria might be doing some more due diligence or checking on your documents what you provided. So have faith, and if everything's in order, you should receive outcome pretty soon. Akash Tiwari is asking, just checking if employers still have to do LMT for 482 skills in demand visa. Yes, Akash, unless there are few exemptions, but not in terms of normal applications. Yes, the LMT requirement is still there. From 482 TSS to 482 SID, when it's changed, not major change in terms of application processes wise, everything remains nearly the same. It's just the major changes is in the list of the occupation. They have made it more streamlined. Instead of different 482 for STSOL, MLTSOL, and things like that, rather they combined into one occupation, CSOL. And yeah, the work experience requirement has been reduced to 1 year instead of 2 years before you could apply for the visa. Apart from that, procedural wise, mostly everything is same. Agam's asking again, got 10 points for working in the laboratory. Should I wait for 190 or go for 491? Agam, I would say wait for, if you have visa long enough, then wait for some time and see if you're getting for 190. If not, then if your visa comes, the expiry comes near, then yeah, you can switch it to 491, because the competition is bit lesser. But I would say have faith, and if you have visa which permits you to live here for next 6 8 months, then keep stick on for 190. Lucia's asking, if I've studied chef in Australia and I have GRP done, since when I can claim experience as a cook after finishing cert 3 or 4? Luciana, you can claim, now again, depends on what context are you asking about. Because if you are asking about skilled visa claiming points, then for cook you can claim points after certificate 3, for chef certificate 4. So if you have work experience after certificate 3, then you can start claiming work experience points for the cook. Divyesh Modi is asking, is there any chance for next round 190 Victoria working RN NEC age care? I have 75 points. Divyesh, again, nursing wise, Victoria has always been good state. They have invited quite a few nurses over last few years. Recently, we have seen for nurses as well, points has gone up by a bit for Victoria. So try and increase your points for Victoria 190 if you are looking for invite as nurse. But yeah, should not be a problem with nurse. It's always Victoria comes down at one point. So just wait, and in meantime try and increase your points. um, Rupal Shah's asking 90 points in accountant in NSW, any chances of invite? um, Rupal, with accountants, give me a sec. Accountants, in fact, yeah, and this is what I was double checking as well. Accountants has been removed for NSW's 190 occupation list for this year. So if the occupations are not on the list, there is no chance that NSW is going to invite you. So you should start looking at the alternate options, because NSW's occupation list, accountants are not there. Uh, Mujahid Khan's asking 85 points NSW 190 civil engineering. What are the chances? Mujahid, NSW, again the same thing, that firstly not many rounds has happened yet for NSW 190, and whatever round, one or two round happened, NSW is right now looking at people with longer work experience rather than points. We have received whatever invites we have received usually had longer work experience, because to give you just an example, I've got a couple of business analysts. One was 80 points, but 15 points was for work experience out of it, and one was at 100 points and only 5 points out of it was at of work experience, and one with 80 points got invited. So and not with the 100 points. So rather than higher point, NSW in first few rounds we have seen that they are looking at applicants with a longer work experience rather than higher points. So that's when, but future rounds, if they start inviting applicants, then also at higher points. So again, try and start increasing your points. Hasib is asking how long does it take for application of ROI and EOI for wall and floor tiler? Hasib, again, for South Australia, you asking? Okay, so South Australia again depends on what stream you are applying on, either graduate or under the skilled stream. And secondly, with South Australia, unfortunately this year we have seen it's really random, rather than inviting applicants in some sort of pattern or something. They have just invited applicants on based on random order. So you should with and especially we have seen applicants who has visa expiry in near future, they are also getting a bit of priority with South Australia. So um, i- wait a while, again see what's your visa expiry and see. But South Australia this year has been highly unpredictable in terms of issuing invites. Rao Shahzib is asking chances of chemical engineers onshore. Rao, please, if you can give me some specifics, which state, what are your points, whether you are working or not. Depending on that, I can advise you. But yeah, just give me a bit of more information on that. Uh, Kumber, Comber Razaz asking offshore software engineer 90 points, including the state points. Any chances of invite from Victoria NSW 190, or should I consider 491? Kumbher, I would say Victoria especially hasn't seen many invites for offshore, neither in 190 nor in 491. NSW, as I said, last invitation round, I have seen quite a few invites for 190 for offshore stream at a higher work experience points. So give wait for 190 in NSW. If you have 90 points, and out of which let's say 10 or 15 points of your work experience, then you certainly do have a good chance for 190 in NSW. Victoria, unfortunately, you have to wait a bit because there's not much going on for offshore candidates in Victoria. Consider other states as well, because if you are offshore, you can apply all other states as well. So look at the requirements in other states, and if you're meeting, start applying for the other states as well. Um, Rao's asking chances of chemical engineer onshore 95.190. Rao, which state are you in? Please tell me, and then again I can give you an idea. But yes, with 95 points, chemical engineers, again, not very high in demand occupation at this particular stage, but could be a chance. Just let me know which state are you in. Okay, WA or NSW. Um, where do you live? Let me know, and according to that I can answer the question. Minal's asking, if not meeting Tismith salary requirements, can we still get 491 pathway 1 in NSW, and when will be next round for NSW? Minal, firstly, with pathway 1 there is no invitation round. With pathway 1 it's all about lodging straight away nomination if you are meeting their criteria of 6 months. Tismith salary requirement not meeting. Yes, there are few concession available for few occupation, not every one of them. So wait, have a look at their website, and if you are falling under one of those occupation, they have a bit of concession on Tismith. But if not, you are not falling under either concession or not meeting that requirement, then unfortunately you have to wait under pathway 2, where you are just lodging an EOI based on living there, and in that the round happens randomly. There are no fixed dates for that. Rupal is asking, what are the alternatives for accountants in NSW? Rupal, at this stage, either wait or an employer sponsor visa if you're working in nominated occupation or you are looking to move the state, but nothing else apart from that. Muhammad Ismail Kazi is asking, what about next 189 round? I discussed this again a few minutes ago. I believe it should happen. One more should happen in January, but that's my opinion. It could not be. I could not be 100% sure. Neither department has given any official announcement. But looking at the pattern over last few months, I would say there should be one in January. Aksa Jabin's asking, I have 85 points for 190 and 95 points for 491 in IT stream to NSW. Aksa, if you are not working in nominated occupation, I would say your chances are not that uh, doesn't look that good in terms of NSW because it's highly competitive. So if you do not have job in IT, then not very great chances in terms of NSW. Hussein Razaz asking, civil engineering draft person WA graduate June 12 UI submit for 80 for 491 and 70 for 190. Um, Husnain, if you have done it in the graduate stream, again, this last round was a really big one, but points cutoff did go a bit high. So yeah, try and increase your points and keep on updating your UI up until you get invite. 70 and 80 point is bit lower in compared to this round. Uh, Muhammad Ismail Kazi is asking, and how much take time for grant? I have 80 points. Muhammad, if you are asking about 189 points, 189, how much time it takes for grant, then again, grant after you receive invitation, grant depends completely on case by case basis. You can look for the global processing times for each visa on department's website. 189 is, however, considerably faster than 190 and 491, and depends on the occupation as well. If you have a working in priority or health related occupation, 189s are really quick at the moment, and so does for the construction related workers. Minel's asking, I'm a chef working as a casual since last 2 years and my 485 is expiring May 2025. What would be other option if I don't have a sponsor. Meanwhile, if you do not have sponsor, then again, doesn't look really well, because chefs are not at the moment in really high priority for any of the state. So if you have 80 if you have 2 years of work experience, and you are in either, let's say, Sydney or Melbourne, chances doesn't look that good. So you should have an employer sponsor visa option as your backup. Start looking for that. uh, Muhammad Ismail Kaya. Okay, I'm working as an ECT. Okay, if you are working as an early childhood teacher, then yes, good chances of getting visa to be finalized quicker than in other occupation or other subclasses. But again, it depends on case to case basis. Processing times wise, you cannot be too certainly sure. Um, Pushpinder Gill is asking onshore business analyst, single 105K salary, 85 points. Pushpinder, you do have a good profile. I would suggest, again, in this sort of profiles, we have seen that Victoria's favoring applicants with a superior English. So try and get superior English, and your chances would be much more higher. But at this stage, also with 105K plus super and with 85 points, you do have good chance. Superior English will give you that extra push what you need. Kambar, what you're asking about, that should you keep your UI in software engineer with 90 points, or change it to ICT business analyst or system analyst? Better chances for 190 from Victoria in New South Wales. Got 5 years of experience. Kambar, ACS nowadays allows to apply for three skills assessment in one application. So if you have multiple roles within your company, you certainly can get skills assessment in multiple occupation and lodge EOIs in multiple occupations. So yes, definitely you should try and do that. In that way, you would give yourself much better chances, because let's say if even we consider recent invitation round for 189, analyst programmers got invited at 90 points, and all other IT occupations were at 95 or 100. So analyst programmers did get benefit, but again, there's no prior announcement of any such thing. So to give yourself better chances, you should have as many as occupation as possible. Okay, 5 points for experience, not 5 years. Okay, 5 points for experience convert. Then again, chances are not at the moment that high, because NSW first two rounds, as I said, they looked at applicants with 10 or 15 points of work experience, and that's what those were the applicants they chose. But yeah, your time should be your chance should be there anytime. So just try and get multiple assessments if you have multiple job roles within your organization. If you have assessment as software engineer, business analyst, and system analyst, you can lodge EOI in all occupations. There's no such thing that with Victoria, yes, you can only lodge one ROI, but with NSW, you can have multiple EOIs with all the occupation. Sahil Vora saying 75 points, 491 stream to NSW community worker. Sahil, community workers do get priority being in relation to the healthcare related industry. So yes, you do have a good chance when the NSW issues invitation round under that stream. We haven't seen any round so far under that stream, so just have faith and keep on waiting. Just do one thing, try and find job and work as a community worker for 6 months in NSW regional, and that in that case you can be in pathway one, which is much more faster and quicker. All right, let me see if I have missed out any comments. Scrolling up, give me a sec. Also keep on posting, guys. This is turning out to be a great discussion session. So if anyone is still hesitant to ask your question, please do not wait. Just keep on posting your questions here. I'll try to cover as much as I can. All right. Not nothing I could think of which I have missed. But again, if I have missed something, just post a question there, and I'll be definitely answer it again. But in meantime, while we are waiting for the other comments, what one more tip which I usually give during my consultations, and what I want to convey here as well, is yes, holiday season's coming, everyone needs a break, but if you are struggling to get PTA teach, or you are trying to do the NATI CCL test to increase your points, this is your chance, guys. Enjoy your holidays, go out, have fun, but in meantime, don't forget what's your end goal. So try and prepare for that test, or what time you are not getting because of your work life or other commitments. Try and put out keep balance on enjoying your holidays and studying for a bit. I know it sounds a bit lame, but then try and work out on those things. So if you increase your points, it's going to help you in new year, because now since January onwards we'll enter into the second half of the financial year. All of the states would have been done with the half or more than half of their quota initially given by the federal government in July. So things would start getting more competitive, and invite should go points should go a bit up and things like that. So try and increase your points and improve your profile, and enjoy a holiday season with that as well. All right. So I think everyone's done with their questions. If you have any questions, my name is Daksh Patel. I'm registered migration agent working with Aussizz Group in Canberra. My email address is daksh.patel@aussizgroup.com. If you have any specific question, feel free to send me an email, or contact your nearest Aussizz branch. Call them, book your appointment, and discuss with your migration agent your case, and we would be more than happy to help you. um, and enjoy your rest of the weekend and holiday season. See you soon. Thank you. Bye bye.